Hello, my name is Andy and I am the village idiot, a man with a car and a GoPro and an unhealthy amount of time on my hands. And today we're back in North East Derbyshire, and this is the first one we've covered in North East Derbyshire with town status. This one has a massive car park which I'm just about to walk through. There it is. Now it's actually a car park that's designated for that Aldi store over there, but I think as long as you stay here less than 3 hours you can pretty much walk to any of the other shops in this sort of town centre-y area. So where are we? Well, we're just to the south of Sheffield and just to the north of Chesterfield. It's kind of equidistant between the two towns. This is Killamarsh. Okay, I'm trying my best at the moment to stay sheltered from the wind because it is quite windy here. Killamarsh is kind of on a hill, and because of that the wind is a bit more blustery than it would be down in the valley below. Okay, so we've seen Bridge Street, which is the main centre of Killamarsh. You may have noticed on that sign we've just passed a place called Mosborough. Now that's within Sheffield and it's actually an unparished area. Mosborough used to be part of Derbyshire, and as Sheffield has expanded outwards, those areas of Derbyshire have become part of the city of Sheffield. And Killamarsh at the moment has escaped becoming, like Mosborough, a suburb of Sheffield. It's still within Derbyshire. So we're going to be heading this way now. There's an Aldi shop here and there's a few other shops to capture along there. We're heading this way, and eventually I'll be going around in a massive circle and coming back that way to end up at the bottom of Bridge Street where I've just walked. Let's go. wind is definitely whipping around today. I'm constantly having to put my hood back down because it keeps blowing up. I've just heard on the breeze some church bells, which means we're not far away from St Giles Church. Church bells are just chiming again in the background. Oh, they've stopped now. Right, the plan now is to walk down Kirkcroft Lane. It's not wholly straight, but it's kind of a straight line-ish, which will take us to the other side of Bridge Street. We're on top of the hill now, and I'm trying to be careful if I can to stay out of the wind, because I know the wind noise will be picked up on the GoPro. It's kind of like a local Sheffield myth that the city is built on 7 hills. I think all of them seem to be in Killamarsh. It's very, very hilly, this place. I've just walked up Kirkcroft Avenue, which is over there, to get to the church, and trust me, that's steeper than it looks. Right, let's go down Kirkcroft Lane and see what we can find out here. Okay, now I'm stood on the end of a road which I can see as a private road, so I won't be able to walk down this. It's a bit of a shame really, because this road on the map goes by the name of Canal Bridge, which I'm going to assume, I'm not totally sure, is the road that used to cross the Chesterfield Canal. That's what it looks like, and that building on the end certainly looks like it could have been something to do with the waterway. I'm not quite sure what. Hopefully I'll find some information out for you on that one. In fact, guys, it's just dawned on me. Here to my left is some vegetation which is growing in like a little cutting. That, I think, surely is the Chesterfield Canal, or what used to be at this point, and it makes a bit of sense. I did a little bit of research before I came here that said that this path I'm on, this towpath, was being restored. that house there, I think, would have been a watermill, potentially. Am I right, Killamarsh locals? Or have I just invented this? Let me know, because that's what I think. I think this was the Chesterfield Canal that's now dried up. This was the towpath, and that is a former watermill. Am I right? Let me know. I was right. I just found an information board which tells you all about the Killamarsh Greenway and the towpath which I've just been walking on. Here you go. Welcome to the Killamarsh Greenway. The path is part of the Chesterfield Canal towpath and is also known as the Cookie Way, a traffic-free route that's easy for you to use. You can walk or cycle to school, to work, to the shops, or just to visit friends. And there's a handy little map of it here. Now then, let's see if I can work out where I am. Okay, that's Bridge Street there, so we must be here on Walford Road. So there you see, there's the route of the old Chesterfield Canal, running up to Netherthorpe Lake and then going further north, all to the south of Rotherham Valley Country Park. And that's kind of where I'm heading now. I'm going to head this way along Walford Road and turn left just there at the next junction. There's a pub I'd like to see and include in this video there, and that will take us towards the main road towards Sheffield, right on the edge of Rotherham Valley Country Park. Alright, so this bridge marks the boundary between Killamarsh and the city of Sheffield, also between North East Derbyshire and the city of Sheffield, and between Derbyshire and South Yorkshire. This is as far to the west as Killamarsh civil parish extends over the River Rother. There it is. Very fast flowing today, apparently. Now, if you were to go back this way towards Killamarsh centre, and that bridge, what we've just taken a shot of, you can walk up onto that bridge because that's part of the Trans-Pennine Trail. And if you were to take a left once you're on top of that bridge, you would eventually come into Rother Valley Country Park. But we're not going to do that because Rother Valley Country Park is in the Wales video, which I will link for you at the end of this one. We are about to finish off our main walk around Killamarsh by walking back into the town centre. But then we're not quite done because Killamarsh does extend a little bit further than the things you've seen in and around the town centre. There's a few residential areas which I'm going to drive around in the car and attach the GoPro to the top of the dashboard for. And there's also a separate little village called High Moor, which we'll go and have a look at as well. guys, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to access this next part. When I drove down here earlier today, this road was closed, and as you can see, there are still some roadwork signs on the road here. I don't know how far up I'm going to get to this. This is heading towards Norwood and the site of the old Norwood Colliery. So hopefully I'll be able to capture some of this. Maybe not. Road closed. Okay, I'm going to have to go down here just to turn round. But this is as far up as I can get here, I think, guys. So Norwood Industrial Estate is beyond where this road is closed, so I'm not able to access this. Okay, never mind, let's go to Highmore. Okay, so the camera won't pick it up very well at this distance, but I have got the most amazing view over Sheffield right now. Trust me, behind those trees, it's a cracking view from here. Alright, and it's sat on this bench that I'm going to wrap this one up here in the village of Highmore within Killamarsh Parish. What a nice little place. It's one of those areas of North East Derbyshire which is sort of out on a limb. You look at North East Derbyshire and most of it is to the south of Chesterfield, but you have this little area just to the north of Chesterfield, between Chesterfield and Sheffield, and it's like a line. There's about 4 or 5 parishes in a line, and this is on that sort of very northeastern tip of that line, as it were. And really it sort of belongs more to Sheffield than it does to Derbyshire, but of course, as I explained earlier, Derbyshire has been sort of eaten up by those Sheffield suburbs, and this is one that it hasn't taken over just yet. I'm not saying it won't in the future, but at the moment it's still a part of Derbyshire. And it's a wonderful place, and I've got the most amazing view even sat on this bench. If I just turn the camera around again, you might be able to see what I can see. It's probably not very clear because the camera won't pick it up really at this distance, but over there is a cracking view of the valley and Sheffield, and of course of Killamarsh as well. Nice one. Time to move on to my next one then. I've been Andy, I've been the Village Idiot, and this has been Killamarsh, and I'm out.